Hey, I don't know about you guys, but me, I've had it up to here.
Well, Fred, let me tell you, I'm not up to here with these Vigilante films, because tonight I will be talking about this, baby. Welcome to VideoTalk.
VideoTalk. Get your video talk. You best subscribe. You best subscribe or die. You best subscribe or dive to video.
Vigilante was directed by William Lustig and it was made in year 1982. It is starring Robert Forster, Fred Williamson, Woody Strode, Frank Pesci, Joe Spinell and other cool guys. It's a vigilante film like the title says, and it's a story about Eddie Marino, a blue-collar working guy from New York. His family is brutally attacked by this gang of Puerto Rican black dudes. The boy is killed and his wife is also mutilated. So Eddie has a strong confidence on legal justice, legal system, and he sues the guys and goes to court. And this sleazy lawyer played by Joe Spinell has rigged the jury so that this perpetrator will walk. So Eddie Marino, he fucking tells judge to go fuck himself and he is sent to prison for 30 days. In the meantime, Fred Williamson and his gang of vigilantes, they are beating up these rapists and thugs that these local people are too afraid to call to the police, and instead they go to this vigilante gang. And when Eddie Marino comes out of jail in a great scene, that's my favorite scene. I probably am not doing any justice to this great Jay Chataway score. So they go hunting, they take down the gang who attacked Eddie's family, and the rest is history. This is a vigilante film classic. You could say that this is a very right-winged film. Some people even have accused this of being fascist or racist, but I don't think that's true. These guys also take down these white, high-level criminals, and also it's not racist because of the same thing. But you could say that this is somewhat right-winged, very right-winged, because it never stops to question, is it a good thing to do this kind of vigilante justice? No siree. These guys always hit their target and they are always right. So vigilante justice can work, but there's a caveat. You have to be right all the time. You cannot hit the wrong guys. But this is a movie, so of course these guys always get the right guy. Well, maybe that one scene when Fred Williamson shoots a stripper, but nah.
No, man, no!
You killed my son.
No!
This type of film was especially popular in the 80s, but I have to say that Vigilante is one of the best of its kind. Exterminator is good, Savage Streets is good, but this, I think, has a very rough edge, unique, brutal quality to it. In my opinion, it's a classic in its own kind. It's got great music, great cast, Fred Williamson is awesome, and it's also brilliantly shot, photographed, and this 2.35 widescreen photography really amps up the production value of the film. It was a low budget film, but it was greatly directed by young William Lustig. If you have not seen it, I strongly suggest you check it out. And check it out on this 4K Blu-ray. But before I go to that, let's talk about a little bit my history with Vigilante. First, I saw it on this Finnish VHS from Magnum Video. I wonder if this has any connection of this Magnum Pictures. That was William Lustig's first production company. I seriously doubt that. But if William Lustig is watching this, I have to point out that there was a Magnum Video here in Finland as well. This is uncut, and surprisingly it was banned in Finland when this video law came to be. This film came to my radar with this Gorehound magazine, number 2 in year 1994 to be exact. Here we have this Finnish releases that were banned on video. As you can recall, I did the Neon Maniacs. In my Neon Maniacs video, I also talked this exact magazine, exact number. But here we also have a presentation of Vigilante, Yön Soturit, this tape here. And this too has given it 4-star and tells that this is a very violent film. And indeed, it is a very violent film. But I remember being a bit disappointed because I was expecting like non-stop beating up and shooting, bloody shootout. But it's not exactly like that. I would say that this is a violent film per nature. You know, almost every scene has either violence or build up to violence, but not necessarily does it have too much action scenes or violent beatings or shootings, which I was eagerly expecting, and I was a little bit disappointed when I first saw it. But you have to understand that I was a fucking kid back then. I was like fucking 14 years old or 16 or something like that. And now I also have this 4K, but first, of course, I had this Finnish DVD. This is also, of course, uncut version, and this has this mandatory Tarantino stuff guys quote on this cover. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about this baby here. Oh yeah, this is some work of art. Let's begin with this slip cover, which comes this hologram picture of Fred Williamson and Robert Forster, and it was designed by Frank Schiotti, this veteran cover maker. And here we have the original artwork, and on the flip side of the cover we have this newly made video cover art. Here we have this booklet, which I did not read, but let's take a look. It's in memory of Robert Forster, for example, and it's a story behind Vigilante and also a review of Vigilante. Yeah, all this kind of poster art and magazine ads and stuff like that. Main thing here is the 2 discs, and sure enough we have the Ultra HD version here and also the Blu-ray disc here. Blue Underground did release this on back 2010 on Blu-ray. I never got that, and I do believe this is a new master, this Blu-ray, which comes within this box, because I took a look at it and it has the similar kind of menu than this 4K release, so it's gotta be a new master. The 4K release now, well, it's incredible how clear the picture is, considering that this was low budget film from year 1982. It's amazing how they can remaster the picture so good. Sure enough, it's made by Blue Underground, which is William Lustig's own company, and they also did, of course, William Lustig's first film, Maniac, which I have this hologram big slipcover Blu-ray here, and they also did this Uncle Sam, which is not that good. William Lustig made Maniac Cop 2. And Maniac Cop 2 and Maniac Cop 3, which I also have on this great Blue Underground releases. The picture quality in this release is simply outstanding. It is mastered in Dolby Vision, which is kind of rare considering that this is a small company and this is a very small profile film, but Bill Lustig loves his own production so much and he loves film so much, so he has made sure that it gets the best possible restoration there is. It is also in Dolby Atmos, the sound system here. I do not have Dolby Atmos in my home theater, but I have the 7.1 speaker set. Jay Jadaway score, it really sounds robust here, especially if you compare to this mono-hissing VHS tape from year 1983 or 84, so it's a great improvement over that. It was originally recorded in Dolby Stereo. There is also the original Dolby Stereo soundtrack on this disc too, and 5.1 audio too. Yeah, and this film comes with 3 separate soundtracks, which 2 of them have William Lustig talking about the movie. First commentary, it's made, I think, for the DVD or Blu-ray. William Lustig talks about with his producer about the film and the difficulties they had to go through when making this film. And interesting point came out of that commentary which stuck to my mind, because when Robert Forster drives away after exploding the car, that explained this text to explain that later he got caught, because this was necessary in order to distribute your film in those territories, that they insisted that okay, you can show this kind of behavior and this kind of illegal action, but you have to make sure also that if somebody does that, he gets caught by the law enforcement unit. So it was like demanded in Philippines and those dictator countries. And the second soundtrack, commentary track on this was William Lustig, Robert Forster, Fred Williamson, and Frank Pesci talking about this film. This was recorded in as early as in the Laserdisc release. I don't know when this Laserdisc came out, probably in the 90s. And only then it was released uncut. Previously it has been released in United States as an R-rated version. I do think this Finnish release is unrated. 2 scenes were cut from this R-rated cut. This fucking chest explodes. That was cut. And the other scene which was cut for R rating was this scene where young Steve James is playing the cop, and with his other cop they are shot in the car. Gets shot multiple dozens of times. Those 2 scenes were previously cut, but to the Laserdisc and to the DVD it was uncut, and of course this is uncut too. And the third commentary track was film historians Troy Howard and Natalia Thompson. These guys do not talk exactly about the making of the film, but they are talking about the makers of the film and the time this film came out and what kind of a place was New York back then. And it's very interesting stuff. A lot of little information came out of that commentary. I highly recommend that commentary. If you listen to one commentary of this disc, make sure it's Troy Howard's and Natalia Thompson track. And then we have 2 new documentaries. Blue Collar Death Wish, interviews with writer Richard Vetter, star Rutanya Alda, associate producer First AD, actor Randy Jurgensen, and others, including director William Lustig and also Robert Forster. I think this was recorded 2 years ago or something like that, while Robert Forster was still alive. It is always nice to have this original cast and crew members to talk about especially if it was a difficult project, and sure enough, Vigilante was a difficult project. And also, it's great to hear about the difficulties, but also the reward when the film came out. You know, probably none of these people were expecting to talk about the film 40 years afterwards, almost 40 years afterwards, so oh shit. And also we have a documentary about Jay Jadaway. It was a 20-minute interview with Jay Jadaway, and he was sorry that they cannot find the original soundtrack for Vigilante, which is a damn shame, because I would definitely have loved to that this release would also have included the soundtrack CD, because the theme song is so iconic and awesome. They couldn't extract the tunes from this film soundtrack because they were for some reason mixed in the same audio track than the sound effects and dialogue. But also, I think it could be a problem also that they don't have enough materials. You know, there's also only one theme song. It's not too long, and maybe there's a few variations about that, and the other music is just like this dark ambience. So probably it's not enough to fill a CD. Who knows? But there is a chat away if you want to listen more about that guy. The guy who has also been making, you know, all these kind of Star Trek series and music for those kind of projects. And we have also these usual trailers and poster material. I would have to give Vigilante 4 stars to the movie and 5 stars for the presentation. I mean, the picture quality, like I said, is just fucking awesome and it sounds very good. I am very confident that it looks much better on this disc than it looked when it was first screened at the cinema. If you have not seen Vigilante, do yourself a favor, get this disc. And if you have seen it and you only have this Blu-ray, or maybe you have this DVD, or maybe you even have the Finnish VHS, do yourself also a favor and get this one, because this is a high improvement, at least from this DVD and this VHS. I did not see the 2010 Blu-ray, but I'm quite confident that this will fucking kick its ass also. Easily. Oh yeah. So, tell me what you think about the Vigilante, and have you acquired this Ultra HD release? And if not, are you gonna? There's a link below where you can get this from Amazon, and I would appreciate if you're gonna use that link. It will support my channel. And also, please leave me a like if you like this video, and also leave a comment if there's anything to ask or requests or other things you want to say me. And make sure you have the channel subscribed. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you the next time, baby. See ya!